to deliver from the Lord about the economy, which I'm sure is on everybody's mind right now. But I want to read David Wilkerson's prophecy first before I tell you what the Lord's told me. David Wilkerson said, a European nation is going to default on its international loan. When this happens, within 2 weeks, Mexico is going to default. When you see Mexico default, the next day, when the banks open here in America, at 9 in the morning, $15 billion an hour will be withdrawn from our American banks. They will have to declare a bank holiday, no money for 6 months. So Greece just became the first developed country to default to the IMF, $1.7 billion on June 29, 2015. David Wilkerson said, we will have 6 months of horror, the worst hell America has ever seen. There's going to be chaos. Not even the National Guard will be able to handle it. They're going to have to call the whole U.S. Army to deal with it, which, you know, they're already getting ready with Jade Helm. David Wilkerson said, God is saying, get our lives straight, get rid of the idols, anything more important than God, get rid of it, seek the face of God in holiness. Now what? John Paul Jackson confirmed this prophecy of David Wilkerson, because he basically said the same thing. If you type in John Paul Jackson, economic collapse, you'll see that one. But he said God's going to begin to trouble the waters in Europe, and the euro is going to start to crumble, and then it's going to fall. And he said our dollar would follow right after it. So what God has shown me is that on June the 7th, I heard these words in my sleep. This is the second season for the destruction of America. And I heard this other lady's prophecy, a well-respected lady. She gave her word from the Lord. She said the first season of America is prosperous. She said the second season would be destruction. And God just told me that we're entering in the second season of the destruction of America on June the 7th. And then June the 3rd, I just heard 2 words, market freeze. So I was praying and asking God what would be a sign that we're fixing to start seeing the big stuff happen. And that night I had a dream. Nancy Pelosi was giving a speech, and I don't know what it was about, but I believe when we see her do that, the big stuff will start happening. And the big stuff that was on my mind when I prayed about it was the asteroid strike, the tsunamis, the war between Iran and Israel. Those are the really big things that I'm looking for. But the economy collapsing would be really big too. So I saw the town that I live in is a small town, empty like a ghost town. I don't know if that has anything to do with the economy or not, or if that's what caused it. But I seen a new American currency. I had a dream. My husband handed me some money, and it was brick red colored, and it looked weird to me. And I've seen gas. I had a vision that gas was $7.89. I think when the economy does hit a crisis over here, inflation's going to go through the roof, is what it sounds like from John Paul Jackson's prophecies and other people, that the price of things is going to be so high. Let's see. Last night I had a dream where I kept hearing all night in my sleep, 3 days, 3 days, 3 days. So today on the news, they announced that Greece has 3 days to come up with a plan to save the economy over there. So I don't know if they're going to be able to do it. This might be it right here. If the economy's not collapsing right this minute, you know it will pretty soon. And I've heard other people talking about it. They think that they would want to cover it up, with some kind of event. I mean, there's a lot of prophecies about terrorist attacks and things, cyber attacks on the grid, EMP attacks, all kinds of things. So things are getting pretty serious, guys. I just wanted to get this out here before anything happens, and I can't get it out to you anymore. But just do your last minute supplies, and especially get right with the Lord, guys. You don't want to miss the rapture for anything. It's going to be the best thing ever. I've got a really important word about that I'm going to put on as soon as I can. God's told me about the rapture. I've seen different visions of Jesus. I mean, it's just going to be amazing, guys. So, God bless you guys.